What's up, traders? So my old Yeti mic gave up the ghost. You may have heard some static in some recent videos, and it is no more. So I have this new microphone, and I wanted to try it out. Fortunately, some users from my social media have thrown me some questions about things that are moving, and I have an opportunity to talk about them. So let's get into it. We'll start with Bitcoin because that's what everyone is always watching nowadays, and it's still on the daily time frame holding the cloud, still bullish. Not much more to say to that. The other thing that people are really focusing on in crypto right now is Dogecoin. And I get typically two questions about Dogecoin. Number one, is it a joke? And number two, will it go up? Well, the answer to the first question is yes, it is a joke. And it has been since 2013. Will it continue to go up? Well, the problem is with this recent price action, it has failed to break the high that it made. It is setting up a double top. If it had the momentum, I think today was supposed to be some kind of 420 push where a bunch of stoners were going to buy it and push it higher. Well, I wouldn't put my faith in them. The price action itself suggests that it failed, did not have the momentum to actually break higher. And so I'm not going to recommend that people keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Remember, this is just a hype, and you're depending on other people to make money for you. So wouldn't do that. Let's move back into the realm of the normal. And a big thing that happened today is Philip Morris. Philip Morris, Altria. That's what they used to be, Morris. They did a major drop. They're actually about 12. They dropped down almost 12% this morning on the open from the recent high. That's a big move. But bear in mind that it is, where did my ruler go? It's still up a very significant amount from the beginning of the year. So let's see, from the 4th up to here, we're still up 16% on the year. And actually, when I was evaluating this morning at this price, still offered a 7% dividend yield. That's really high. It's a lot better than putting your money into a savings account. So I like Philip Morris. I'm already an owner, and I took this opportunity to buy more. What else? This actually came from a user here on TradingView asking about Plug Power. Let's take a look at Plug Power. Now, of course, EV was the darling of 2020, and we had a huge, huge run up, which basically petered out at the beginning of this year. So down it has fallen. Now, if it was going to hold, I would say that it should have held at the 50% retracement from the high from the COVID low. Let's go back to March, about right here. And so it should have held at this level at about 40. Let's call it 40 even. And if you look at the price action here, it did show some respect of those 50% levels. But then on this point here, it failed to get above it. And now it's just going bearish. Am I a buyer here? No. I mean, if you're a long-term holder, if you believe in it, that's fine. But the trend right now is bearish. It's breaking down. It's falling off of this, what looks like a bubble. So can't really say anything good about that. Finally, another darling of last year, which a lot of people were talking about. This is Alibaba. And so right here, what I would have wanted to see is a hold of 50% like this. If you go down to the 2016, this is a weekly chart, by the way, there was a really nice hold of the 50% here. That's a great setup. That's what I like to see. And so what I would have liked to have seen as well is for the price to hold from here to here. So this second impulse wave. Now, there it is actually holding. But if it was going to be more short-term bullish, then it should have probably held from the March of last year high. And of course, it did not. So that was not a support level for it to hold. But for the longer term, if you're a very long-term holder, looking at the weekly time frame, it's basically establishing a range here. And so what you want to do is you want to look at this range and say as long as it stays above the 225 in this area right here, then we can keep bullish on this. And of course, we need it to get out of this range to retest the high. So still would remain a good holder of BABA if that's in your long-term portfolio. So that's going to close it out for today. If you have questions and want things analyzed, shoot me a message on here or my other social media. You can find the links below. Make sure that you like, share, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff that makes the algorithms happy so that I can get these learnings out to people that need it. We'll see you in the next video. Trade wisely.